Andy Johnson, Minnesota State University. We're going to talk about putting the arts back in language arts and writing. Two great topics, T-talks and moral dilemmas. They can be used for writing, but they're also great discussion techniques. So let's take a look at these. Now, this is based on this idea that humans have a natural desire to share what's inside their head, to express their ideas, to let their thoughts leak out so they can connect with other people. So good writing activities, good language arts activities build on this natural desire. You don't need to motivate, you don't need to manipulate or corral. You create the conditions where students want to write their ideas, share their ideas, express their ideas, and absolutely every human does. You want to engage in authentic writing activities. This is based on this natural desire. Authentic writing activities is where students are writing and sharing their ideas, their observations, their experiences. Not someone else's ideas, not a topic that someone else has assigned them. This is what authentic writing is. And by the way, authentic writing is written for an audience. To develop a sense of audience in our students, what do? Provide them an audience. That means students should be able to share their writing activities with a partner or in small group or in some form. So, do we teach writing? Well, we teach certain aspects of writing, but teachers of writing create the conditions that enable students to develop their ability to use print. So I'm going to show you two great activities today that can meets all these conditions. So let's take a look first at the T-talk. Now, oftentimes when you're having a class discussion, only 1 to 3 or 4 people respond. The T-talk is a way to have a classroom discussion and every single person in that class will partake, will respond in some way. And here's how it works. One of the best ideas ever. First, give a dualistic statement. A dualistic statement is something that can be answered yes, no, agree, disagree. And the key is to find a statement related to students' lives or what they're interested in or something they're reading. For example, in my teacher education class, this is one I use. Ms. Alberson teaches 5th grade. She uses a basal for instruction with 3 ability groups. She heard some guy saying that ability grouping is bad, negative affects self-esteem. She decided she'd no longer use ability groups. She'd use a basal for whole class to try to do, okay? Is ability grouping a good idea? Yes, no. That's the dualistic statement. Yes or no, agree, disagree. Ability grouping should be used. Agree, disagree. Notice the T, hence the term T-talk. With a partner, they generate ideas on both sides of the issue and they don't share what their ideas are. And again, this is appropriate for a college age audience who are looking to become teacher educators on a literacy methods course, not for elementary kids, so don't use this topic, but find your own. Generate ideas on both sides of the T. Then the partners move into small group, meaning they find another pair to create buddy groups or small groups. All right? The job there is to reach consensus. They share their ideas that they have written. They share their ideas and the group has to reach consensus. They all agree, or else sometimes they have to revise the dualistic statement. Adopt and adapt these ideas, by the way. Adopt and adapt, all right? Step 4, reach consensus. Step 5, the spokesperson must stand up. They select a spokesperson. Make the statement with 2 supporting ideas, and this is important. We believe that blank because of A and B. And this is a scaffold, by the way. Support a statement. that is a way to teach this cognitive process to make a statement and support it. So you make the statement and two supporting ideas. Now, you can do a couple things with this. This is a great way to teach paragraphs. Students could go back in their journals and they could write their ideas and create a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of related ideas. When you start a new idea, you start a new paragraph. That's one way to do it. You can open it up to large group discussion, which is a great thing. You could also have students simply write in their journals, what do you think, regardless of what their group said. You could do both of these, but it becomes an authentic writing activity because students are writing their ideas. And you will notice if you get the right type of T-talk and dualistic statement, it creates a lot of energy. Students are invested. They want to share their ideas. This works from first grade up to graduate school. Now in the primary grades, I often just do the T in large group, and then I say, what do you think? And we have a discussion there. So I'm teaching cognitive processes. The T, looking at both sides of the issue, and then this is what I believe because of blank and blank. So yes, you can do that at the first grade level, kindergarten level. Moral dilemmas is another great activity. First, you provide a dilemma. And a dilemma, the good ones, are related to students' lives some way. And we'll do more of that. For example, I like to use Dear Abby columns. I'm a 15-year-old girl who babysits. I babysat for a new family. Put the kids to bed. I found a snake in the house. I was scared. I grabbed a knife, chopped off the snake's heads. Parents returned. It was their pet scape. They were angry. I feel terrible. They won't talk to me when they see me in the neighborhood. Whoops, sorry. Should I write them a letter of apology or buy them a new snake? I don't know what the proper etiquette to do is when you kill someone's pet. All right. This has been a good one in my classes because it generates a lot of ideas on what to do. So good moral dilemmas are dilemmas. They don't have easy answers, and there's a lot of people on both sides. So the key is finding a good one or creating a good one. More on that. So students must write their ideas first. What do you think? Authentic writing activity. Now, again, all writing activities don't have to be 5-step, pre-write, draft. They don't know. Writing and sharing their ideas. This all helps in the development of the writing, learning how to write and learning how to select the correct word. So students write their ideas first. Then they move to small group. Everybody go around must read their written statements. So you're writing your ideas, you have an audience, you're reading for an audience and getting responses. Step 4, come to a consensus. Okay, what do we think? Identify an answer or a solution. We think that you could do a couple things. You could write the group's answer. Someone stands and reads it. Or each student revises their original written response and they could respond. They could write that in their journals. Or you could pick people to stand in large group. However you want to do it. The thing is they're writing their ideas. Their ideas. Now, I oftentimes then show students what Dear Abby actually said, and this is sometimes fun. You decide. You decide. So, look for or design T-talks and moral dilemmas. And yeah, you're going to design a lot. And when I use Dear Abby, I modify that often. I work with 19 to 22-year-olds, so I often adopt and adapt, and the people are 19 or 20. You get the idea. When I work with 5th graders, I try to make it a 5th grade student. So, books our students are reading. Does a character face a dilemma? Can you have the character face a new dilemma? All right? Or a dualistic statement. Winnie the Pooh should blank, blank and blank. Current events or the news? T-talks moral dilemmas. Community or school events, something that's happening. Curriculum areas. Creative, intelligent teachers look for these: social studies, science, health, etc. And a good one has ideas on both sides. Advice columns, as I already said. Students' lives. What are you noticing? What are they going through? And other. All right. The Tea Talk Moral